Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. I'm your host, Remon Azab, aka Remon with TeamSkunk, and I'm coming at you today with another 7-star character review. This time we're going to be reviewing Ima-Gun of the Jedi faction. Ima-Gun is a droid specialist that may have a role or may have some viability in the upcoming raid. Let's go ahead and take a look at his basic abilities over at SWGOH.gg. Then I'm going to go over the mods I've equipped for him, and then we're going to take him into battle. Now, Ima-Gun is a supportive tank that boosts allied defense and grants Jedi allies counter chance. Ima-Gun doesn't have the fastest base speed at 119, but he does have a decent health pool at around 19 to 20k. His basic ability, Sunder, deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance to inflict defense down for 2 turns. If the target is a droid, this attack deals 100% more damage and has a 100% chance to inflict defense down. So he's definitely got a specialty against droids with his basic here. 100% more damage is a lot more damage. And when you're talking about the upcoming raid, since we're going to be facing basically all droid enemies, this may see a lot of use and may do a lot of damage. So having Ima-Gun on your team, I'm not sure as a leader, but definitely on your team could be a help, especially with maybe some other Jedis like Aayla Secura, for example, that also gets an increase in counter chance from Ima-Gun lead that brings her to 100%. So let's go ahead and take a look at his special ability here, Rebuke, with a 3-turn cooldown, deal physical damage to target enemy, and grant all allies defense up for 3 turns. It does a decent amount of damage. Now, Jedi Strategist is his leader ability that I was just discussing earlier. All allies gain 30 defense, and Jedi allies gain 35% counter chance and a 25% counter damage. Now, Aayla Secura already has 65% counter chance, so with Ima-Gun leader ability, that brings her counter chance to 100%. Now, she already also has innate counter damage increase, so this also increases her counter damage as well, so she's going to hit a lot harder when she's counterattacking than when she's doing a regular basic attack. Now, there's a team that is pretty viable in Arena with Ima-Gun leader, Aayla Secura, and Kit Fisto. You can run a full counter team with other characters, for example, like Count Dooku, Fives, Sunfac. It's definitely got some viability. I haven't personally seen it on my chart, but I know people that use it and have success with it. Now, Last Stand is his unique ability. Ima-Gun recovers 15% of his max health each turn for 3 turns whenever he suffers a critical hit. So over time, he'll gain extra health back. Again, he has a decent amount of health already, so 15% health for Ima-Gun is a decent amount of health to recover. Now, he's attainable in Hard Node Battle 5A for 16 energy, Light Side Battle 7C for 20 energy. He's also available in Cantina Battle 7E, and you can get shards for him, 5 shards for 400 guild currency in the guild shipments. For a very long time, Ima-Gun was one of the rarer characters because he was only farmable for a very long time through hard node battles. So when you're talking about seeing Ima-Gun out there, there's not a ton of them. You're not going to really see a lot of them in arena, and not a lot of people have him maxed out to throw him out there. So he was for a very long time a very rare character to have until they placed him more recently into the Cantina battles. So now you can farm him a lot more efficiently. Now, his gear is not really difficult to attain because he only needs one piece of raid gear. He does need a Nubian security scanner to get from gear 9 to gear 10. But he does need a lot of purple gear. So he does need one of these MK5 stun guns. He needs 2 of the MK3 Carbantes. He needs a comlink. He needs 50 stun cuffs here. So, I mean, again, definitely a lot of purple gear, but only needs this one MK7 Nubian security scanner. He needs a thermal detonator, which is another 100 purple pieces. So, again, he's going to be a hard farm as far as the purple gear is concerned, but the harder to attain gear from the raids and from the shipments, these security scanner pieces here are going to be pretty cool because you only need one Nubian security scanner or one piece of raid gear to get them to gear 10. So Not the worst, but he does need all the standard tank pieces of gear like the MK5 stun guns and the thermal detonators and things like that. So let's go over to my Ima-Gun here. So we're going to go back to the cantina, go over to my characters list, Ima-Gun right here. Now, he does still have, room for some more gear to be added to him, but I do have him at gear 10, 7 stars. Let's take a look at his mods here. Now, I've equipped a 4-dot offense mod here, and I'll tell you why. With the 9-speed secondary, now I just happen to have this mod left over, so I wanted to, equip some mods here for the video. But the 9-speed secondary to me overrides that extra 1% or 1.8% offense that you're going to get. So also to get that critical chance set, I equipped this. I've decided to go with crit chance sets and crit damage sets for him to increase his crit damage. I've also increased his crit chance so that he has a higher chance to get that increased crit damage. We want him to hit hard against the droids, so that's why I've equipped this mod. I gave him a 30 speed crit damage mod. Again, you can see in the secondary there's 3.6% crit chance. Here, I've also equipped another 4-dot mod because it's a crit damage primary, and there's a decent amount of potency here because he inflicts defense down, and then also there's the critical chance increase in there as well with 3.5% added there. Now, he has a decent amount of HP, so I wanted to add some more to make him a bit more tanky, so I gave him a protection cross here with an increase to 5 speed, and then another increase here to his health with 9 speed. Again, the theme here is speed secondary stats on the mods. You want your characters to be as fast as possible, especially now with all these characters that are doing AoEs with an insane amount of speed. You have your speed pose out there that are, just tearing it up in arenas. So you need to get as much speed as possible. His counter ability and the counter chance that he adds to the rest of his team could make the team that he leads a good or viable team against these AoE teams. So it's something to think about, especially against droids. Just something to consider. I've also equipped a defense mod here with 8 speed, but again, the main thing here is speed secondaries, and sometimes, again, with these 4-dot mods, I've decided to go with them because they were the best that I had available, and you can always swap in a better mod when it comes along, but I just want to throw them on so I get him some increased speed and, some increased crit chance as well. So let's go ahead and jump into battle here in Galactic War. I happen to have a droid team up next, so it's a pretty good team to get some practice on. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So I'm going to run with Ima-Gun leader, Aayla Secura, Kit Fisto, Sunfac, and Count Dooku, all counter-attacking allies. So let's go ahead and take this counter team into Galactic Wars here and see what we can do against these droids. The droids are going to be faster, so they're going to go first, but let's just see what happens with 5 characters that can counterattack. Okay, so we have IG-88 here starting off the match. As you can see, a lot of damage there. Oh, I had no mods on Dooku, so that's why that happened. But okay, let's go ahead and use Ima-Gun's special attack here, Rebuke, against IG-88. Okay. Now we're going to use Aayla Secura's special attack here, Survivor, and try to take 88 out. Excellent. Now we want to chip away here a bit at Jawa Engineer. We know he's going to get that revive in and bring back 88, so that just happened. But now we want to go ahead and stun. Oh, sorry, go ahead and taunt here with Sunfac. So we're going to use Subjugate. They don't have a Dispel, but it's always cool to see 4 people counterattack against one enemy. So, all right, let's go ahead and take 88 out again here. 13k on a basic there with Ima-Gun. That's pretty cool. Now, let's continue to beat on Jawa Engineer and try to get him out of here so he doesn't revive any more of his allies. Kit Fisto has that double attack chance. Okay, let's dispel this offense up here. We want to start to chip away a little bit at IG-86 as well. 12K, almost 13K there. Let's see if we can get a stun on Jawa Engineer, and we do. Excellent. Now we're going to do an AoE here with Kid Fisto. Oh. Okay, let's see if we can do some more damage here. You see here, Jawa Engineer received bonus protection from Chief Nebbit. So let's go ahead and use Ima-Gun's special attack here again. Now we're going to use Ayla's special attack. Stunned him. Excellent. Let's see if we can get rid of the engineer now. Great. Okay, we had a thermal detonator there explode. Let's see if we can take out 86 here. Okay, excellent. All right, so now we've got a taunt up here for Nebbit. We're going to have to go ahead and dispel that here with Sunfax Basic. Now we're going to go after HK-47. Oh, 12K there on a basic. Let's see if we get the stun here or take him out. Oh, Ayla called him in for the assist. So for those of you that are facing droid teams in Arena, you know, a counter team like this, especially with droid specialists like Ima-Gun D, can definitely, you know, help you take down these teams if you're having trouble. Ima-Gun D is a free-to-play character. Like I said, he's farmable in a lot of different areas now, but he's definitely got some viability against droids, and we hopefully will see him have some viability in the upcoming raid. But let's take the rest of the team out there, and that's it. So as you can see, Ima-Gun D definitely has a role against droids. He's definitely hitting pretty hard, you know, with those 12 and 13K basics against the droids. But again, that counter team really cool because, you know, it's nice to see, you know, 4 or 5 guys attack one character when they do an all-out attack or an AoE, and it does a decent amount of damage. So definitely great. And again, if you guys have any questions, any comments, you know, please like, comment, subscribe. Definitely glad to answer any questions over on Discord as well. So you can come over to www.teamskunk.com and just follow the instructions over to our Discord. You can send me a private message there. And as always, you know, may the force be with you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks and have a good night.